Have you ever wondered what your mission is in life? What is your calling? What are you supposed to go after in this life?
Mhm.
If you've had challenges in figuring that out, this video is for you.
Yeah, it's really powerful. We were talking to some of our clients and keep running into this problem where they just can't figure it out. And it clicked for us. So Jesse has something to share on that.
Yes, so it ties into there's something in our belief system that's blocking us.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the first question to answer in finding your mission and calling, well, what do you want it to be?
Mm-hmm.
And if that question alone is challenging for you, then we have to go into your sense of self-worth
Mm-hmm.
and your value as a human being created by God and in God's image after his likeness to do something,
Mm-hmm.
to create something on this earth that's in alignment with what he wants you to do. And if you don't like the question of, well, what do you want your mission to be? Then we go into the agreements process and like, where's the belief system? Where's the trauma that created a belief that
Mm-hmm.
is hindering and blocking you from moving forward?
Mm-hmm.
The number one reason we found that people can't move through their trauma, then, step 3 here, is pride and ego. Because we feel justified to hang on to this trauma and this pain.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it comes down to a sense of self-worth.
Yeah.
This twisted thinking of feeling justified in hanging on to pain, wound, and trauma.
Mm-hmm.
You don't value yourself enough to move forward through it, and pride is keeping you stuck in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's this whole train of sequence of events going on that will keep you from understanding what your mission and calling is in life.
Yeah. And even if you figured it out what that is, but you're not going towards it, you're not taking action, that's also because of that. And I've experienced that. I knew what my mission was, I knew what my vision is for life. And then I was still stuck and feeling unfulfilled and thinking, why am I still stuck? What is it that is keeping me from moving forward? Well, that was that. And so it is very sneaky how that pride can be there and we are not aware of it. And it's because we, like Jesse said, we're defending our hurt. We're defending our wounds and things that we experienced and still have and still holding on to it because we feel that it was unjust. And yes, it is unjust. Yes, it's not fair that you were treated that way, that you were hurt by someone. But holding on to it, it only hurts yourself further. So letting go, finding those ways to release it, and we teach that on how to come from trigger to triumph. There's a process to that. You can find one of those videos down below how to do that. Or if you have questions, come to our group or ask us in the comments. But it's really powerful process, and it's holding you back from moving towards your mission, your purpose in life. And we want you to be free, you know.
And to bring the Bible into it, if you appreciate and value God's word in that way, the Bible is how God resists the proud. And when you look up that word resist in the original text language, it has to do with forcefully pushing back, like a policeman would do for rioters. It's not just to hold you off, but also to resist. He resists the proud. And so wherever there's an area of pride in our lives, that area is absolutely, totally, unequivocally going to stay thoroughly stuck. It's not going to move. Everything in that area of your life will not move forward.
Yeah.
And it'll remain locked up. And around trauma, when there's this concept or this mindset of self-protection, because of having been wounded, and maybe you've opened up multiple times to people you thought could help you, and then they weren't able to help you, or they betrayed you further, and then it just confirms that belief more and more that, like, yep, I was right. But then in doing so, you close yourself off from the answer, because you know that stuff doesn't exist in heaven. So it shouldn't exist here on earth. And if you believe the lie that you're a special snowflake that can't get free because the trauma is too deep, and that there's nobody left on the face of this earth that has the goods to walk you through this and help you come to freedom, you're fooling yourself. You're lying to yourself, because it's not true, for one. And it's exactly where the enemy would want us to stay, is so that we stay stuck. He has a vested interest in keeping you stuck, because that way you won't fulfill God's calling in your life.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate goal. So give the enemy a black eye, humble yourself, and reach out for freedom from somebody, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Find somebody you can trust, and ask the Lord, pray to the Lord, and ask Him to lead you to somebody that's trustworthy. Instead of just saying, "Oh, there's nobody out there anymore, that can help me. I've tried it and it didn't work."
Yeah.
Well, okay. Ask God to show you somebody, to lead you to somebody, and then start looking.
Yeah. And there's also, some people say, I already went through a lot of that and I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm just going to, wait for a certain amount of time for it to pass by.
And all time does is bury it.
Yeah.
Time does not heal or bring healing. It just buries it in the pool of forgetfulness, but the wound is still there, waiting to be triggered at the next thing that comes up that reminds you of that situation. You thought you had it buried and it's done and gone or forgotten. No, it's still there.
Yep.
Time does not heal. It just buries it.
And, some of you are actually doing things that are fulfilling and purposeful in life that also buries that trigger and that agreement and that unforgiveness. And just know that, it is great to do that, but take that step of faith and go through those things that are still in there. And you'll know if they're there, because if you're getting triggered, they're there, right? The triggers will show that there's still trauma there.
And defending your triggers is evidence of pride. And I say that to myself. I've seen myself do that. And so I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Because when we defend ourselves and justify ourselves for our response that was inappropriate or less than ideal, it's just pride.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Let's just call it what it is and keep things simple and uncomplicated. And humility is the pathway forward.
Yeah.
And the Lord will, you humble yourself before the Lord. He will lift you up and He'll bring you to freedom. Or He'll lead you to people that can help you once you're willing to choose to open yourself up and say, Father, okay, hit me. What do I need?
I love that. And Jesse's wearing a t-shirt that says created for freedom. So you were created for freedom, and you actually are in charge of your own freedom, in control of it. So go take action in that and get healed so you can move on into your mission and fulfill it.
That's right. Till next time.
Bye.
Pursue deep connection with your loved ones.
That's right.